The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr.
Rebound. It will be a rebound.
So Golden State will get the first possession. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. J.R. Smith and Melo filling out the perimeter. Stoudemire out there with D'Alembert, and it's Calderon in at the one spot.
A good way to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first point of average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
That's good.
He's so reliable. And, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And so here is Golden State.
Yeah!
Boom! What a shot!
Look at that. Man, what a play.
Calderon with it. Smith the pass to Anthony. And a miss there. Again missing. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here is Smith. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Curry kicks to Thompson. From deep, Iguodala. Good on the shot. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The 3 from Anthony. Offensive rebound. Good. Thompson's got 5. Now here's Calderon. Outside Anthony. Second shot opportunity. It's laid in by Stoudemire. Stoudemire's got his first points in this one.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA now.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Iguodala, no good.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
The drive by Anthony. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the defensive improvement for Golden State has kind of been piece by piece. They've had the right strategy and motivation, certainly, from the coaching staff. And obviously, Steve, a healthy Andrew Bogut has helped.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with what they've done the last couple of years in terms of their attitude, their personnel, the mindset to become more defensive-minded, and a much better rebounding club as well.
And the second free throw, good.
With the Knicks having a frustrating start to the season last year, you could see it really get to Melo. It bothered him a lot, but I tell you what, he turned all that frustration into something special when he went for 62 points in a game in New York last season. I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now.
Smith and blocked, and they'll keep possession. Out to Anthony. Lets it go with a three, and Lee pulls it down.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And guys, believe it or not, with Melo, the 62 he put up that night was a record in that arena as he knocked off one of Kobe's records with that just incredible performance.
Well, when he hit that half-court shot to give him 37 at halftime, you could feel something was in the air. I tell you, there have been a lot of amazing performances in that arena, but this might have been the best I've ever seen.
1:53 left here in the first quarter. Here's Stoudemire. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Smith checked in for Dallenby. Shumpert comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jose Calderon. Here's Anthony Green with the block. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
1:19 left here in the first quarter. Here's Shumpert. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Maurice Spates. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Iman Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And, Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin, and we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
New York's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Here's Shumpert. Goes up off the shot.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Here's Livingston. Oh, offensive interference. New York with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. A clear look for Hardaway. Smith dishes to Carmelo. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Can't capitalize inside.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. I mean, just getting physical. Like, it feels like they've gotten every rebound, but
Smith outside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Green outside. And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. New York ahead as they end the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
man, I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
That'll be a 5-second call. Rush outside, and Shepard pulls it down.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. Livingston is out there with Rush, and it's Spates in at the 5 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Draymond Green last season slimmed down to about 230 pounds. Pretty remarkable how he's transformed his body since his freshman season at Michigan State.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Andre Iguodala is sneaky good. He said, they say numbers never lie. I'm the opposite. I think numbers always lie. My game having a huge impact. It may not show up on the stat sheet, but if you watch closely, you'll see it. And Kevin, Draymond Green said, every team needs an Andre Iguodala. He is such a smart player, he does everything. Guys?
Green, a smart player in his own right. Thanks, Doris.
Iman Shumpert, an aggressive perimeter defender with lockdown potential. Still very foul prone early in his career, but he's got a chance to be elite defensively as he continues to grow.
New York moving it around.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Outside for Curry. There's the triple. Lee passes to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there. Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And Shumpert, fantastic athlete. Great quickness and leaping ability.
Yeah, he's rebounded very well from his ACL injury, and he's got a nice handle to go along with good passing ability. A lot of upside remaining in his game.
Tries from 10, but on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Andre Iguodala.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Vanity fair, you like Kennedy, yeah, but you should guess who's in the insanity chair. Now it ain't about what I want, still coming through my life like. It's one thing to say that you did it. It's one thing to lie about your digits. It's one thing to say that you lived it. It's another to admit it. But I admit I got all this paper plus the prettiest faces that's offered by nature.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for New York. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jose Calderon. The Knicks leading by 4.
And the Knicks last season regressing dramatically at both ends of the floor. I was really surprised more by how they struggled offensively.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard. And for the Knicks, I think they've been at their best with Melo playing at the power forward position. Last season, they played him a lot more at small forward. His scoring went down, and so did their offense.
The offensive rebound, Bogut. Here's Lee. Bogut against Hardaway. Again, the miss by Bogut. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And for the Knicks, big money committed to Bargnani and Stoudemire at that 4 position. Is that reason enough to slide Melo back to the 3?
Boy, I think he's most potent and effective when he's playing the 4. He's got such an advantage with his quickness and ability to step out and make threes and his strength. Defensively, he gives up a bit, but he's grown in that area. So, boy, I'd like to see Melo still be able to man that 4 position more than he plays the 3.
New York leading by 8. How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? And good on the basket. Book it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Anthony dishes to Smith. Unloads. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Now, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound. Maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded.
Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry with a wide open look. Amari Stoudemire with the rebound. Stoudemire's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barnes in for David Lee. Smith kicks to Dallenberg. Iguodala with the steal. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Derek Fisher going straight from his playing to his new job as the Knicks head coach. He brushed aside questions about his lack of experience, saying, basketball is a game that I'm experienced in playing, understanding, leading in, and helping achieve the greatest gift in the world as an athlete, and that's being a champion. Not bad, guys.
A lack of confidence. He understands winning, Doris. Thanks. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson.
Well, we now know that Carmelo Anthony was battling through a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum in the 2013 playoffs. Surgery seemed likely, and he would have missed the start of last season, but instead he went for a combination of rest and rehab, and that did the trick, and he seemed really healthy all year.
Rush outside. The shot misses. And New York the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s game pretty different from his father's. Tim Sr., of course, famed for his UTEP two-step, otherwise known as the killer crossover, and Junior's is a different game.
He is a different game, but he's going to have an effective and long career. Senior was also only a 6-foot point guard. Junior is a 6'6" shooting guard. While he does have some handles, Junior I'm speaking of, he's more of a long-range bombardier thus far, and also I think has the potential to be pretty good defensively going forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Rush. Thompson comes in for Curry, and Nedovic is subbed in for Sean Livingston. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Anthony can't hit.
You know, growing up, Tim Hardaway Jr. was really pushed hard by his dad. They would get into arguments about the game, and Tim Jr. said it almost pushed him away from basketball entirely. But in the end, Dad decided for the sake of their relationship to just give his son the space to figure it out on his own. And, of course, it's worked beautifully. That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Warriors trail by 13. Here's Nedovic. No good on the three. The Knicks have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that
New
play.
York leading by 13. Just 1 second between the two. The Knicks shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And here is Barnes. From 8, uses the glass that time, and it's good. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Hardaway. Here's D'Alembert. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
The clock runs out, and we're heading.
Yes, Kevin, here with Steph.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
So far in the game for Anthony, he has 15 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
Oh, they have to be. I mean, he's not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, I mean, it's his.
New York leading by 14. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York looking at who they got. Hallowell at the 3, and Murray is at the 4. J.R. Smith out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's D'Alembert in at the center, filling out the middle.
Well, you look at how the Warriors have improved. Really a change in philosophy from years past. The new ownership wanted size, position, rebounding, defense, toughness. They've really established a nice foundation. And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And the first big move towards that size and defense for the Warriors was the trade of Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut with Milwaukee.
And like many trades, it was questioned initially, but Bogut has brought that toughness and interior defensive presence this team so desperately lacked. And the wins have really validated the Warriors' new direction.
Iguodala. Knicks with the rebound.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list. And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
The Knicks leading by 15. Smith with it. He's picked up by Lee. Deflects the pass. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
D'Alembert passes to Carmelo. Back to Smith. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And here's the fast break. Thompson with the rebound.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this third quarter. They got to loosen up here.
It's Bogut with the drive, and he slams it one-handed.
Boy, I like the way he carved out just enough space to get his hands on the missed shot and then rattle the rim on the putback.
And the gap narrows.
They're closing it fast.
Well, that's the effort of a team ready to fight back into this game. Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Timeout called the Warriors. J.R. Smith 2 years ago, 6th man of the year, Steve, and he signed a nice multi-year extension.
Yeah, but his struggles in the playoffs were a sign of things to come. He was suspended to start last season, and knee surgery in the offseason really pushed him back in terms of conditioning and rhythm.
Livingston, he's checked in for Thompson. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Shumpert's checked in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
And the issues for Smith just continued last season, and they were self-inflicted. You know, after untying Sean Marion's shoes during the free throw, the league warned him. And then he did it again the very next game. Through a $50,000 fine as a result. Boy, that's a lot of cheese to give up for some buffoonery.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges. And the Knicks frustrated with Smith's antics. It didn't seem like he learned from his fine. A little over a month later, he intentionally tugged down Vince Carter's headband during a game. He was asking for trouble, but the league let him slide.
It's Curry outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Rush comes in for Curry. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Dallenberg dishes to Shumpert. Smith for three. Lee gets the rebound. Lee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Let's go. And he can't bank that one in. New York leading by 12. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and slam dunk by Shumpert.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Lee, and it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Spates. Soft touch off the glass. Spates has got his second bucket of the night.
Great perseverance on the offensive end. Offensive rebounds resulting in second chance opportunities.
And Steve, guys, I know it's simplistic, but sometimes it does simply boil down to who wants the orange more. I mean, who wants orange juice? Who wants fresh orange juice and is willing to go get the orange to make it happen? Another bucket in the paint? That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
You know, it seemed like the Knicks would always find a way to come up short on the road, and that was reflected in their overall record as the road team.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dallenberg's got 5 points so far.
What a crisp pass to find his open teammate.
Here's Livingston. They get it again, but they'll get another chance.
Tough play underneath to give them another shot.
Green, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Thompson in for Brandon Rush. Smith inside, working on Thompson. Shots good by Anthony. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From deep. It's rebounded by New York. Dallenberg's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And that one's good. 6 points for Amon Shumpert.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
29 seconds left in the third. Outside Anthony. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
Well, he was somebody you didn't want to put at the line a year ago. He made 85% of his attempts.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Second free throw, no good. And he nails the third. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Here is Livingston. Dallenberg covering. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Well, they're not doing themselves any favors. The next possession needs to be a good one. They've got to find their offensive rhythm.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Knicks have had an off night from the stripe tonight. That free throw good from Anthony. The Warriors making a switch here. Both free throws good from Anthony. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Bogut with it. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. New York ahead, leading by 17. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
Here's Curry, Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. David Lee is out there with Harrison Barnes. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New York.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
The Knicks leading by 17. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Outside Curry. Right side, Lee puts it up. Lee can't get that one to fall.
And David Lee, he's really a depth finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
And for David Lee, Steve...